So we're in the shop today. We're going to pull the rack out of the box and put it on the Jeep. We've read through the instructions. It doesn't seem like too big of an ordeal. Simple hand tools and a few hours of work and we should be ready to roll.
The first thing we probably ought to do, since we're not going to be using the spare tire, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Take the license plate holder, get that all off, and then we need to measure up and drill the holes for the rear brackets. Kind of pulled the carpet just a little bit out of the way here so we don't end up gouging the carpet with the drill bit or catching it. We're going to drill pilot holes with the 8-inch bit first, and then we'll come back with a 3/8 inch.
We look on the forums and we know that a lot of people get really spooked about drilling a hole in their Jeep. Our opinion is you have to get over it. It's not your grandpa's Lexus, it's a Jeep, it's made for utility. Bolting things to it is just part of it.
The next thing we've got to do is remove the rear body mount bolts and loosen 2 body mount bolts up in front. And we only need to back them off about 3 or 4 turns. What we're going to do is we're going to slide this body mount bracket in between the body and the top of the rubber bumper, and that's what's going to hold our uprights in place. It doesn't take a whole lot to get it up underneath there. And then you're good. Now you can just take your body mount bolt, slide it back in. On the upper brackets, you'll have 2 nylon spacers that go between the bracket and the body. And then you'll come back in on the inside of the body with a steel washer and a nylock nut. All right, we got our upper and lower bracket mounts on the Jeep, and now it's time to go ahead and loosely bolt up the rear rack support. To do the front brackets, we just need to remove these 3 Torx bolts from each side and set the front brackets in place. Since we wanted to make sure that we could get the doors off after the rack was installed, as per the instructions, we cut 3/4 of an inch off the bottom of the top hinge. Now, same as the back brackets, the front uprights are spaced off the Jeep body with nylon spacers. All right, we got our front and rear brackets mounted to the Jeep, and now it's just a matter of bolting the rack itself together and setting it up on top of the Jeep.
Everybody knows a Jeep is the most utilitarian vehicle ever created.
But, as everybody knows, the downfall of the Jeep is storage space.
So we did some research on what our options were for a roof rack. Garvin Industries seemed like a natural choice for us because it still allows you full access to your removable top, plenty of capacity, low capacity, for both on and off-road use. It has a real nice profile. It hugs the lines of the Jeep really well and doesn't look bulky or overweight.
We've got all of our gear loaded up. We've got about a couple 100 pounds worth of equipment on top. We've gained our cargo space back in the back of the Jeep again. Having all that weight mounted above your head in the Jeep does change the driving dynamics just a little bit, but it's not really all that objectionable. One of the reasons we decided to go with the Garvin was the fact that it tilts and allows us access to remove the top anytime we want. We've unloaded the cases and taken off our spare tire, so we've taken most of the weight off the rack.